Hello, this is Siren Football here to report on the 2021 Styrian Grand Prix held here in Austria at the Red Bull Ring, and Max Verstappen is your winner. Going down the order, 10 out of 10 for Max Verstappen, got pole position, led every lap of this 71 lap race, finished, 35 seconds ahead of Hamilton in a dominant display, and the only thing he failed to do today was get the fastest lap point. Of course, the fastest lap points goes to second place Lewis Hamilton, who I'll give 9 out of 10. Did everything he could in a Mercedes that is now clearly slower than a Red Bull, and that's all he could do, really. Third place, Valtteri Bottas, 8 out of 10. Much improved performance, once again off Perez to get the last podium place. Yeah, good job, Valtteri. 7 out of 10 for Sergio Perez. Qualifying pace, once again, very mediocre. And of course, he got to start ahead of Bottas, who got the 5th-place grid penalty for spinning in the pit lane in practice. Well, it was a bit of a bang average performance this weekend from Perez. So, yeah, 7 out of 10, really, not much to say. 10 out of 10, Lando Norris. Arguably one of the driver of the season so far, depending on what metrics you work on. But Lando Norris, once again, getting 100% out of that McLaren. He has well and truly filled in Carlos Sainz's shoes as team leader now. And boy, oh boy, is he absolutely destroying Daniel Ricciardo. I never saw this coming, but Lando Norris has well and truly got the measure of Danny Rick. Incredible, sublime. I've got to say, Lando Norris is now ready for a top car. The way he's driving, the way he's getting absolutely 100% out of that McLaren, it is just incredible to watch. 6th place, Carlos Sainz, 9 out of 10. Once again, dominated. Well, not dominate. Okay, he got out qualified by Leclerc, but in the race, once again, he was clearly the faster driver. And I've got to say it. Carlos Sainz's stock continues to rise. 7th place, Charles Leclerc, 7.5 out of 10. Got involved in that, made contact with Gasly, which ended Gasly's race because he punctured Gasly's tyre and he broke Gasly's suspension, so that's minus points there. And from then on, and then of course as the race went on, he fell behind Sainz and never caught up. So yeah, really not good for Leclerc. During the past 2 races, his early season form is beginning to evaporate. 8th place, Lance Stroll, 9 out of 10. Once again, another strong performance from Lancelot. Absolutely amazing. And he's, after having spent the last 3 races being beaten by Vettel, he's got straight back on top of him. And I've got to say, I'm really happy to see Lance Stroll do well again. He really is one of the most improved on the grid of the past 18 months, along with Lando Norris. Absolutely incredible to watch, I may say. And let's hope he keeps this up. 9th place, Fernando Alonso, 8.5 out of 10. Back to his absolute best once again. Getting absolutely everything he can out of that bang average Alpine. When you watch Fernando Alonso drive, he's the type of bloke who could make a tractor look like a Ferrari. That's how good he is. 10th place, Yuki Tsunoda, 7 out of 10. Yeah. Well, got that 5th-place grid penalty for blocking Bottas in qualifying, but did get in the top 10 for qualifying. In the race, well, at least I can say he beat Raikkonen, Vettel and Ricciardo, and at least, he's beginning to look more at home with that AlphaTauri. And, of course, he got a point for his struggles, so well done, young man. 11th place, Kimi Raikkonen, 9 out of 10. Alfa Romeo, if only you could build a car with more qualifying speed, seriously. Like, I know that Ferrari power unit doesn't help, but if only we had a faster qualifying car, we would be scoring points with not only Kimi, but we'd also be scoring points with Giovinazzi. Yeah, once again, another dreadful qualifying session by Kimi, qualifying down in 18th, but in the race, He came up trumps yet again, and boy oh boy was he so unlucky not to get a point for his struggles today. Oh man, this really annoys me to be honest. And but Kimmy at least can hold his head up high and say, you know, I got from 18th to 11th. 12th place, Sebastian Vettel, 6 out of 10. Oh dear, bit of a below average weekend for Vettel in his Aston Martin. Not much to say, just really struggled. Yeah, but he didn't do quite as badly as the guy who finished behind him. 13th place, Daniel Ricciardo, 3 out of 10. Reject of the race. And by the way, I've got to give my driver of the day award to Max Verstappen actually, because Max was just by far the best driver out there today. But Daniel Ricciardo, horrendous qualifying session down in, what was it, 13th, and he finished 13th. Now, yes, I know he made up 4 places on the first lap, but once again, as the race wore on, as he struggled with the tyres, he went backwards and never recovered. And Lando Norris is annihilating him. That is a sentence I never thought I'd be saying in 2021, but that's exactly what is happening. Lando Norris is absolutely embarrassing the living daylights out of this veteran driver. Honestly, this is embarrassing now. This is absolutely humiliating for for what is a 7-time race winner. Honest to God, this is like almost compared. This is almost reminding me of what Alex Albon was like last season. This is not funny anymore, and you know, I really, you know, it seems to me Dan Ricciardo is very limited in how he wants his cars to be set up. It seems to be he needs a set of brakes where he can just jam on it really hard and have absolutely no subtlety in his braking. And it seems to be he just, you know, any cars of any different handling characteristic, he just has a hard time understanding how to drive around them. And frankly, I am beginning to really run out of patience, Ricciardo. Really seriously, this is just awful. 14th place, Esteban Ocon, 5 out of 10. Ever since he signed that new contract until 2024, he's been very much off the boil. Makes me wonder when he really pulled his finger out just so he could get a big, nice, plush contract so he can buy a new apartment in Monaco. Only so that once he gets his new contract, he can just be bang average again. Because, although I know some would say that Fernando Alonso was deliberately driving badly so that he could actually get, you know, Esteban Ocon as a long-term teammate, which, you know, I wouldn't be totally surprised about because, of course, we all know how good Fernando Alonso is playing at tricks and games, but to be honest, though, it does seem as if Ocon really has just sort of gone off the boil more than anything else. Yeah, don't know what's going on with him whatsoever. 15th place, Antonio Giovinazzi got tapped around at the start of the race, was facing the wrong way at turn 1. And from after that, it never got better, really. It's 5.5 out of 10. Really unlucky because, you know, for the, what was it now, the 6th time this season, he out-qualified Kimi out of 8 races, yet. But Giovinazzi's race pace is just really quite bang average, to be honest, and it showed yet again. I know what happened on lap 1 did not help, but, you know, because of course what happened on lap 1, he was never going to beat Kimi, but, you know, 4 places behind Kimi, come on, man, please do a bit more than this, because at this rate, you're going to be replaced by Callum Oilor if you carry on like this. 16th place, Mick Schumacher, 7 out of 10. He's driving a horse. He finished 2 laps down. What else can he do? He out-qualified Mazepin. And he beat Latifi. I don't really know what happened because, frankly, why would I bother really keeping tabs on what any of the horse drivers do? But from what it appears from the statistics sheet, he once again got 100% out of that horse, so 7 out of 10 it is. 17th place, Nicholas Latifi, 3 out of 10. Well, when you consider George Russell was running in the points before his retirement, And from what I estimate, Russell would have at least only finished one lap down, regardless of whether he would have got a point or not. Yeah, Nicholas Latifi, mate, you really should not be in F1 anymore. Like, you know, this is now your second season, and yet you're getting beaten by a horse. This is just pathetic. I have no time for you either, to be honest. I mean, I have nothing against your personality and what you actually are like as a person, but as a driver, you are very mediocre. 18th place, Nikita Mazepin, 4 out of 10, finished 3 laps down. Yeah, he's driving a horse, so I suppose I'll be a bit nice on him, but really, again, another driver I do not want to see in Formula 1, and yeah, and then of course onto the retirees. George Russell, 9.5 out of 10. Looked like he was going to finally score points in the Williams, and then of course the engine went kapong. So once again, yeah, George Russell's search for a point in a Williams continues. I mean, this guy just seems to be cursed at this point. Absolutely cursed. And of course, Pierre Gasly, the first retiree of the race, got taken out by that lap 1 nutcase Charles Leclerc. I'm going to give Pierre 8 out of 10. Once again, another amazing effort in qualifying, only to be ruined by an absolute clown at Ferrari. How many times have I said the word clown and Ferrari in the same sentence? I've lost count now. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe to Crystal Racing, and for my football content, please head to Silent Football. Over and out.